Happy Monday. It's a glorious Monday. It is Halloween Monday. I just gotta make sure that my front porch light is turned off because I don't want trick or treaters. I have nothing against trick or treaters. I just don't want to participate in the event. That's just on me, you know. Everybody could do their own thing, but for me, I just don't really participate. With that being said, we got some Twitter news. That's right, we got some Twitter news, and we got some people that are not happy about some of the Twitter news. So, which I find hilarious. I do find hilarious because a lot of these people feel entitled, and they have a right to feel entitled. But if they're gonna feel entitled, we're definitely gonna mock them. I mean, I got a couple of people in general that we're gonna mock today, but let's go ahead and get on with the major news. Let's get the news out of the way, and then we'll do the mocking last. How's that sound? But Elon Musk dissolves Twitter board of directors. That's right, he's making some big changes. Elon Musk has dissolved the Twitter board of directors, cementing his control over the company. The billionaire took over the social media company last week, ending months of back and forth over the 44 billion deal. Yeah, $44, not $44, but $44 billion deal. He has moved quickly to put his mark on the service by used by politicians and journalists around the world. The reforms he is contemplating includes changes how Twitter verifies accounts as well as cut jobs. Washington reported that the first round of cuts is under the decision could affect 25% of the company's staff. Twitter did not respond to a request for comment from the BBC on the report. Top executives have already been removed as Mr. Musk brings in high-profile allies to the company. That's right, you fire the old guard and you hire the new guard. That's true whether it's in government or when you're buying a new company. Get rid of the people that might be disloyal to you and bring in people that are going to be loyal to you. I mean, it's just business. Among his team, tech investor Jason Calacanis, who changed his Twitter bio to Chief Meme Officer. That's funny. Said that he was hanging out at Twitter a bit during the transition. He took on social media site to solicit opinions to a range of topics, from advertising to video. He also asked how much people would pay to be verified. Amid reports that Twitter could be charging people $20 a month to keep their blue ticks that indicate verified accounts. Mr. Musk, who leads the electric car maker Tesla, has changed his biography on Twitter site to Chief Twit. He is now the sole director of Twitter, according to filing on Mondays with the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. 9 of the ousted directors included former chairman of the board, Brad Taylor, and former chief executive, Parag Agrawal. Brony's Martha Lane Fox, currently president of the British Chambers of Commerce, who is among the board members to be removed under the merger agreement, declined to comment when approached by the BBC. National security issues. Oh, this is going to be juicy. Mr. Musk's takeover has drawn widespread scrutiny as he signals plan to overhaul how Twitter is moderated to spread information on his platform, including from sources such as state media, politicians, and celebrities. Mr. Musk said the company would create a new council to govern those decisions. That no changes would occur yet. On Monday, Senator Chris Murphy, a Democrat, said that he's asked the government to review the national security implications of the deal. Why is there national security of a social media company? Why would there be national security there, Mr. Democrat? Mr. Chris Murphy? Huh? What's going on, Senator Chris Murphy? Is there something that we should know about of the deal, given that large stake of the company held by firms tied to Saudi Arabia which has been increasingly tense relationship with the United States. I mean, why should you matter now? We send them arms, they give us billions. We go bomb Yemen. Whenever there's a uprising, we label Yemen as a terrorist state, all on the behest of Saudi Arabia. I think that's more of a national security concern than a group of Saudi princes owning Twitter. I'm just saying, we should be concerned with the Saudis who have clear interests of repressing political speech and impacting U.S. politics, are now the second largest owner of the major social media platform, Mr. Murphy wrote on Twitter. That is a clear national security issue at stake, and the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States should do a review. But yet you got China buying up farmland. You got China buying up farmland next to military bases. But let's not talk about those. Let's not talk about physical threats. We're going to talk about digital threats. Mr. Musk finance takeover with his own money and a group of other investors are roughly $13 billion in debt financing. Analyst says that the increase of debt is likely to be constraining the firm, which has struggled to expand its user base and not turned in a profit in years. Together, Prince Alawi bin Talal bin Abdulaziz Al Saudi and the Kingdom Holding Company are the second largest investors in the newly private company, according to the filings with the U.S. government. Prince Abdulaziz, who was the major Twitter investor prior to the Musk deal, has tweeted the stakes aligned with the Kingdom Holding Company long-term investment strategy. And that is with that story right there. I mean, seriously, there's more national security issues with China than there is with Saudi Arabia having a stake within a social media company. It's really, really ludicrous and outrageous. I think we need to get the physical threats under control, like the southern border, and China buying up farmland or buying up land next to military bases before we go after the digital world. Not saying that the digital world threat isn't relevant or even real, but I think we got to take care of the physical security before we go with digital. Because with digital, you could just cut the feed or cut the switch, block people from even going, and the threat's removed. Whereas physical, it's a little bit different. It takes a different strategy. Deadline. Hollywood Twitter exes who has quit, who has threatened to quit, and who refuses to leave. Go away. There we go. Ever since Elon Musk announced that he would buy Twitter in April, a number of prominent showbiz types had a sneaking feeling some of them, like Maya Farrow, announced at the time that they would be considered quitting. The actress wrote in April, well, Twitter becomes even more toxic with Trump treasonous lies and all the hatred. It'll be less serious, and with people like me, we'll quit for peace of mind. You should quit for peace of mind, regardless who owns Twitter. Now, keep in mind, there's been a lot of hatred I've seen. It mostly comes from the left. Not saying it doesn't come from the right. Don't get me wrong. It's a two-way street. There's a lot of people on the left and a lot of people on the right. And sometimes they're very toxic for the same reasons. She has since modulated that stance, expressing hope that Musk can keep Twitter worthy for our previous achievements and of lawful people everywhere. Wrestling legend Mick Foley wrote in April, I'll be giving a serious thought about leaving Twitter for good in the near future. I don't have a good feeling about where the platform is heading. It looks like Foley did indeed delete his Twitter account in the past few days after Musk officially took over, but Foley indicated in a post on Facebook that he may be back. I decided I needed a Twitter break, wrote Foley, and since the new ownership and the misinformation and hate seems to be encouraged, my stomach is in a knot. I mean, there's a lot of misinformation from both sides. Let's be real. There's misinformation from both the right, the left, and somewhere in between, and from the independents and just flat out conspiracy theories. There's a lot of misinformations out there. And if you're not listening or watching all the news channels, you can be easily led astray. That includes Fox, that includes CNN, and everywhere in between, including the BBC and Deadline.com. If you're not well rounded in all of your verses of media, you'll be likely to take your sole source of news and call it gossip, or not the gossip, but the word, and it'll be law, when indeed that they're misleading you or lying through omission. So yes, there is a lot of misinformation. Sometimes myself can be drawn into misinformation and repeat it because the way news articles are written. But it's not just one side has misinformation. Everybody can spread misinformation. A lot of people probably tend to spread misinformation, or once they get more information, their stances change. I really do enjoy connecting with all of you on the social media, but it can get overwhelming sometimes. I think I'll be back on it in a few weeks. You should always take a break from social media. Keep in mind, social media is not real life, and you should take a break from it. You shouldn't let it control your life. You should be able to go outside and enjoy life, opposed to worrying about likes and replies and how many times you've been retweeted, how many times people mention you in the positive or negative. Because while those are real people, it's still in a digital space, and you have to you have to pretty much live your life. You gotta have that center or that peace of mind that you're not controlled by the social media. You're not addicted to social media. So it's very healthy to quit for a couple of weeks or a couple of days or even a couple of months. Or you could do the Dave Rubin to where you actually take a month off. That's healthy. The others who are more recently either deleted their accounts or definitely announced that they'll be quitting the platform includes Grey's Anatomy, Bridgerton, Private Practice, Mastermind, Sona Rhimes, Grammy winner Sarah Bareilles, and 30-something actor, and This Is Us producer Ken Owen. No clue who they are, nor do they care. A range of other prominent figures have threatened to quit. Stephen King signed off for a break, which he may or may not become permanent. Tony Braxton, Leah, Josh Gad, and billions of co-creators Brian Copier, Bill and Ted Starr, Alex Winter, expressed concerns that tech journalist Kara Swisher, who have definitely said that they will stay and fight the tide of nastiness, Rob Reiner and George Takeda. See below for the breakdown of all the tweets in the category, which context as needed. Those who have quit, not hanging around for whatever Elon has planned. Bye. Well, of course, this is him saying I'm going to take a break. Well, it's been fun. Twitter, I'm out. See you on other platforms, peeps. Sorry, this one is not for me. Kind of short-sighted. Hey, all, I'm out here. No judgment. Let's keep the faith. Protect our democracy. Protect their democracy. Not our democracy. He's going to protect their democracy. Let's try to be kinder, which I agree with. Let's try to save the planet. I don't think the planet needs to be saved, but I do think that we need to be less pollution. We could control the pollution and we could save the environment. I think that's more needed than just save the planet, because the planet's going to survive whether or not we destroy the environment or not. It's just a rock that's going around space. Let's try to be more generous. Let's look to find peace in the world, which I can agree with. We need to find peace in the world. Then, of course, you got the entitlement tweets. Stephen King, $20 a month to keep my blue check mark. F that. They should pay me. They should pay me. They should pay Stephen King to stay. If that gets instituted, I'm gone like Enron, which is a joke about the energy company Enron. That's the entitlement that you're speaking from. You're not entitled for payment because you choose to be on a social media platform. I get that some people get paid. I mean, there was the Microsoft streaming platform where they paid people to switch over, try to get the clout going, try to get people going in, and ultimately failed. But this is entitlement speaking. The other ones were more heartfelt. Well, maybe not heartfelt, but more heart-lighted or heart coming from the heart, where they left with grace. Let's put it that way. Left with grace. It wasn't entitlement. It was like, hey, this isn't the place for me. If it is, props on you. And they're leaving with grace. You got this person that's entitled, who hasn't written a decent book in probably, 10 years? All of his movies are crap. Even when you go back looking at them, they're just crap. With I guess it's a very simple tone. Simple. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate. I don't like The Shining, which is probably one of the better movies. I'm shocked on Paul that the free speech I've seen on this platform since the acquisition, hate speech under the veil of free speech, is unacceptable. Therefore, I'm choosing to stay off Twitter, and is no longer a safe place for myself, my son, and other POCs. I've seen a lot of hate from the left. Just having a different opinion. Even being more favorable towards Russia, I've gotten hate from. Now, when I say more favorable from Russia, I'm just saying that Ukraine's not this bastion of sainthood that everybody's trying to make it out to be. And I get a lot of hate from that. So the hate is from both sides. Don't get me wrong. I've seen hate on the right. I've seen hate on the left. And this hate was there before Elon bought it. Then, of course, we got this one. Everyone, I'm coming off Twitter today. Let's see where we are when the dust settled. Today, the dust has revealed much hate, too much in the wrong direction. Love and kindness, possibility for all you think. How's there hate in too much hate in the wrong direction? Too much in the wrong direction. What is the correct direction? I really have a question for that. What is the correct direction? Large exodus happening on this platform. Not sure if I'll stay or not. Leading towards staying, but if today is the sign of things to come, I'm not sure what the point is. Freedom of speech is great. Hate speech is intended to incite harm with no consequences. Ain't what I'm signed up for. A lot of hate speech comes from the left. I'm just saying. Just saying. Let's see here. That person probably deleted. Probably no longer deleted. Comedy is now legal on Twitter. Okay, this is what Elon Musk did a couple of days ago on the 28th. Comedy is now legal on Twitter. By free speech, I simply mean which matches the law. I'm against censorship that goes far beyond the law. If people want less free speech, they will ask the government to pass laws to the effects. Therefore, I'm going beyond the law to the contrary. There will be the will of the people. You gave us Tesla. You gave us SpaceX. Thank you. I hope you can keep Twitter worthy of your previous achievements and of lawful people everywhere. I'm not leaving Twitter where I'm an active user. I'm also trying to create some substance content via Twitter Space, but I am definitely evaluating how actually good it is for my various business endeavor, like organic marketing for the pod, more than ever. Let's see here for those. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. This should be a place become more toxic. I pledge to strive even harder to lift up the reason, science, compassion, the rule of law, struggle against fascism, misinformation, and the hate requires tough fighters. I hope you stay in the fight right beside me. Yeah, there really wasn't that much hate from our side. I mean, I acknowledge that there's hate from on every side, whether you're a Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Green Party, or politically homeless. Maybe you're on the 40K Warhammer side and not 30K Warhammer side. Or maybe you're a DC fan versus Marvel fan. There's hate everywhere. Most of the time, it's playful debate. Sometimes it's just flat out hateful comments. And that's from every side of the angle. Now, of course, some of the entitlement, badge or no badge, this is F. The purpose of verification is to confirm the real identity of people. Journalists use this as a security feature all the time. This is effing stupid. And this is a response to charging people to have the blue tick or the blue check mark. There's a little mark right here. This person seems very entitled to me. Most people will never see the glory of the check mark, and this person feels he's owed at no costs for it. Sorry, you can either pay to keep it or you cannot pay and lose it. Now, this person's blocked me. This person has blocked me. I really didn't see anything too negative, just that he seems entitled. That's his prerogative. He could block me. Maybe he looked at some of my Twitter posts and realized that I'm not fighting for their democracy. I'm fighting for the Republic of the United States, not the Democratic States of America, which is their prerogative. Don't get me wrong. It's their prerogative, and I respect their position. Don't get me wrong. They could block me or not block me. Then, of course, we got Max Burns, which also is another check mark. The reality is Twitter needs folks like Stephen King way more than King needs Twitter. I asked a simple question and I got an elitist answer. How does Twitter need people like King? Compare his followers count and engagement rate to, say, yours is pretty clear, which is you are driving time on site numbers. Better question is, how many advertisers are paying Twitter to run ads next to your tweets? Elitists. Forget. Please tell me more about the significance of lower ethic or wise with well regarded to a member of the Second Estate. Doesn't really answer the question. Of course, it's going towards, sounds more like look at me, I'm more important than the common folks, so bow to me response. How many advertisers are paying to have their content anchored against your tweet versus a Stephen King, Taylor Swift, LeBron James? I get how advertisement works. I get that advertisers want to advertise against famous people, against celebrities. I understand that. But who says that they need a Stephen King? Who says they need a LeBron James? Who says that they even need a Don Jr. Trump? Don Jr. Trump. Who says that they need even Donald Trump? Who says they need Lindsey Graham or Nancy Pelosi? Who says that they need this particular brand of person? Did you guess none? Once again, that does not answer a question why people like him are needed. Your response comes off as elitist. The only thing that those people you listed offer the people are entertainment and distraction value, and it would be better to be humbled. Because he's not humbled. He's bragging that he has the check mark. He's bragging that these people are entitled. These have status within the society. And of course, sorry you don't understand how ad spending works, man. God bless. He doesn't really answer my question other than these people are celebrities, so they're worth more than me. They're better than me. They're better than you and me, is what his response are. And you know what? He's entitled to his opinion. I don't agree with it. I disagree with it. I don't think any celebrity is better than me, and I don't think I'm better than any celebrity. The only difference is the money in the bank account. They got more and I got less. Their reach is far, far larger than mine. To his point, I'm a nobody. I'm a peasant. But you know, maybe one day that would change. Maybe one day I become the influencer and the voice of reason. Until then, that is my video for today. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully I wasn't too harsh on these people. Or not harsh enough. I don't know. I don't really care. It is what it is for me. You got a bunch of entitled people thinking that they're entitled. That's for verification at no cost. With that being said, please leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are. What is your funny Twitter response with some of these celebrities? And please smash the like and subscribe button on any and all platforms or just the platform that you're currently watching. Keep in mind in Texas, early voting is still going on. Please get out and vote, if not during early voting, especially on election day, because elections have consequences. And for the love of God of Austin, please go vote for something new. Do not vote for what we have with failed policies Let's vote for accountability, transparency. I know you got it into you, Austin. Let's fix Austin. But most importantly, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening.